Hi, it's Brian Newman with the Spotlighted Business Owner Show, and today we're thrilled to have Janet Garcia with Janet Garcia Photography. Hi, Janet. How are you this morning?
Hi, Brian. I'm doing good. I'm a
Oh,
little
that's
nervous,
good.
but I'm doing good.
Okay. Oh, wow. You got a fabulous business. I know I've seen you present in some of our networking meetings.
Mhm.
And yeah, we'll be getting into more about your photography business, but can you let people know how did you choose photography? How did you get into it? What motivated you? Were there other people that were shooting that inspired you?
So, photography. I actually started when I was 13. I filmed my cousin's quinceañera with the camcorder, the ones where you put the cassette in and then you just
Oh
film.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
how I got interested in photography and videography. That day I followed my cousin all over the place with that camera. And then the next day we hooked up the camera to her TV and we watched her whole day again on the TV and she really liked it. And then a few months later she got her video from the professional photographer and videographer that she hired, that
Uh-huh.
tia hired. And my cousin liked more my video than the professional videographers. And that
Oh
was
wow.
interesting to hear because all I did was follow her around. It was not the best creative video that you see. It's very homemade, but that's how
Uh-huh.
I got started. And then from there I just started studying art, like art video, photography, and then a little bit of sound. Anything that has to do with the camera, I studied. I started studying and looking into it. Yeah.
Oh,
And
very
it
cool.
was my mom's idea to start doing quinceañera photography.
Oh,
And
okay.
that, yeah, so I started promoting on Facebook. I built my portfolio taking photos of my cousin's quinceañeras. I think I did four of them, and that's how I built my portfolio and was able to learn more. Yeah.
Can you describe what is that?
A
For not
quinceañera.
everyone understands what that term
Yeah,
is.
so a quinceañera is when a girl turns 15. It's very popular in my culture, in the Mexican
Oh
culture.
yeah.
It's
Uh-huh.
celebrated like a wedding. It's planned like a wedding, but it's just for one person, for one family. And it's the whole day. It's a day for the girl to shine, to be a princess. She wears a beautiful gown, a tiara, and
Oh,
she has a court of honor, so chambelanes, and she can also include like friends, girlfriends, sus amigas. So tiene
oh,
damas. So
oh, okay.
it's really nice. They have a ceremony at a church. Um, and then from there we will go to a park and take photos. And then from there we'll go to the reception where it's actually celebrated. And she gets all of these dances. Um,
Oh, nice, nice.
yeah,
N-
it's really nice.
Can you let people know the type of equipment you're using? Like I know I always wonder, these cell phones that they come out with nowadays, they have such sophisticated
Mhm.
photography,
Yeah.
um, you know, modules or whatever. Can you even use a cell phone to do photography, or what do you use?
I use a DSLR. So I have my camera right here. So this is my camera.
Oh, nice.
It's a Canon Mark II D. It's a Canon D6D Mark II. So
Oh,
this is camera with a 50 millimeter. And I also like to use a 35 millimeter or an 80 millimeter. But yes, you can also use your phones. There's nothing wrong using your phones as long as you know how to composition everything and like capture it really well. There's also a trick to it. But yeah, the phones you can take photos with your phones. But with the camera and having a professional photographer, you don't have to worry about the photos. You let the professional photographer handle that, and
okay.
yeah, and they could take
Oh,
care of
that's cool.
everything. Yeah,
I know, there's different styles of photographers. What would you say your style is of doing
mine
photography?
mine
Yeah.
is between posing, candid, and very vivid and vibrant. When I edit my photos, I like the colors to pop out. So it's very vibrant and very candid because I like to have the quinceañeras like in their dress twirl around. So it's not very posed. Sometimes there's a little bit of motion blur because they're doing movement.
Uh-huh.
With their chamelanes, I like them to walk down. And I also do family portraits. So when it comes to family portraits, I like having the kids running around in the park or doing their silly faces. Same and with mom and dad, just have them look at each other. Um, some poses, well, directing some poses, and or the candid ones is have them walk down, like I call it a catwalk when they're like doing like taking the models and doing the catwalks. That's how I like to phrase it. So just have them hold hands and walk down, look at each other,
Oh,
just doing some candid ones. Yeah.
oh, very cool. So, I know in your business, just like a lot of businesses, yours is very competitive.
Yeah.
What makes you different than other photographers? Why would they hire you as opposed to someone down the street?
So I'm a boutique portrait photographer. So I do things very different from other photographers, meaning that I do not offer digitals. We live in a very digital world right now. And you mentioned the phones. A lot of people take phones and they have it saved on their phone on the cloud. And it's rare
Yeah.
when they show up when they go back and see it. With me as a boutique photographer, I help you. We work together and we customize the session to fit you, to fit the family, to fit the quinceañera. I want to learn more about the kids, about the quinceañera, what their hobbies are, what makes them smile. Um, and then from there, we do the session and then we'll meet up again and I'll show you the photos. So I'm different because I'm there every step of the way. And my goal is to capture the little things that drive people crazy about each other, capture that, and then have them put them on their walls. So I offer albums and wall portraits. I do not do digital. So you do get a digital copy of the photo that you purchase, but
Ah,
it's really just the wall art because photos, your family, your daughter, your kids, if you put them up on portraits on the wall, you get to see that moment forever. And plus it builds your kids' self-esteem, it builds family bonding, and every time you walk by that photo, you get to remember things about that person.
oh, that's true. Well, and I know I've seen some of your results, some of those
Yeah.
yeah, some of those photo albums. They're really,
Yeah.
really vivid, very
Yeah.
I love how you do that. And even the card that you produce. Can you
Oh yeah.
describe that to someone?
Yeah, I actually have it. Let me grab it.
Okay.
So,
Oh, wow.
oops, I didn't.
While you're getting that ready, I want to remind our viewers that you can get in touch with her by giving her a call at 602 710 4614. Do you have a website they could go to?
Yeah, so it's Janet Garcia Trujillo. Trujillo is spelled TRUJILLO.com.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Okay.
you can, yeah, .com. And then you can also find me on Instagram and Facebook at Janet Garcia Trujillo. That's where
Oh,
I keep
okay, great.
everything updated and I show more of my work as well.
Okay.
So this is the
Yeah,
card that Brian was talking about.
I love that. I love that.
So it's more of a business card. It's just to attract the right ideal client for me, someone who wants the boutique experience, who wants very customized
Yeah,
photography.
that's so unique. Yeah, wait, go slow. Yeah, so is that the front?
This is the front right here.
Oh,
So
I
this is the
love that.
quinceañera one. The wording
Yes.
Spanish is right here.
Oh, okay. It's what do you call it? Three-dimensional?
Yeah, it's a two-dimensional card. Um, all right. And I call it a dog whistle because it kind of attracts the real clients to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really unique. So our viewers, if you're watching that, reach out to her. Yeah, I mean, she could provide those cards for you. You could do an invitation for a wedding or some kind of a party
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, I love that. Janet, I'm telling you, it's really cool. And then I know you had photo albums, you know.
Yeah. So
So
here's
she
one more.
produces mainly, so it's not mainly digital, it's the hard copies
Yeah,
that
this is
people,
where, yeah, the main investment goes into.
yeah, that's really cool. And
So it's,
I know in the olden days they used to have photo albums with corners on pictures. You know what I mean? And the photos would always fall out. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, this is well done. Very, very beautiful stuff.
Yeah, so and as I was mentioning before, once the photos are done editing, we'll sit down, I'll provide a slideshow, and you get to choose what photos go in the album.
Oh, cool. Very
Yeah,
cool. So, yeah, what do you foresee in the future? You know what I mean? Like, what are you planning to do, like in the next 5 years?
next 5 years. Wow. Well, I want to step into brand photography. I kind of want to help small business owners have content to share on social media with photography or even videos doing quick reels. With that, we can actually use the phone because it's a lot easier, but we can definitely use the camera for it. Um,
Oh, okay.
I'll probably just teach small business how to take those photos with their phone, with using the proper affordable lighting equipment. But yeah, that's where I wanna add in the next 5 years is brand photography. I also want to build my family portraits and quinceañeras, and then if God permits, have a photo studio in five
Oh, that
years.
would be cool. Do
Yeah.
you go all over the valley right now, or are
Yeah.
you just in one area?
No, so I'm based in Phoenix, but I'm able to go all around the valley. I've been to Santan. I can go as far as Buckeye. If you want to go to Sedona or Flagstaff or Payson, I'm up for it. Um, but yeah, anywhere in the valley. I'm mostly familiar in the east side, but I definitely want to expand to the west side, get to know some really amazing places to take photos. But yeah, I'm able to go anywhere. And if you want any photos in a studio, I know a couple in downtown Phoenix that we can rent, and it's a good place.
Oh, okay. Again, can you let the viewers know what's the best way to get in touch with you?
So you can contact me by my phone number 602-710-4614, or you can also find me on Instagram or Facebook at Janet Garcia Photography. You can also Google my name, Janet Garcia Photography, and you'll find my stuff there too as well.
Oh, okay. And then who would become an ideal client of yours?
So an ideal client is that mom and dad who want photos. So for a quinceañera, it's that mom who is planning her first quince with her daughter, and they want a simple quinceañera, but they want to document it. I'm happy to help you. And then with families, it's that mom who wants photos of their kids where they're young. So that way they can remember them young. And as they're growing, they can see how much they're growing. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Do you do weddings?
I do weddings. Every once in a while, I just finished doing an album. I submitted that wedding album yesterday, and I have a
Uh-huh.
wedding I'm gonna take photos in October. So yeah, I do weddings. Um I don't promote it because I prefer doing quinceañeras. But yeah, I also do weddings. I also do event photography. If
Oh,
your
I was
business
going to ask.
Yeah, if your business is creating an event, I can be there taking some photos for you to share on social media the next day. So yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, any last words you want to say to the audience and
Uh,
advice?
Advice, take photos everywhere you go, your kids, take photos as much as you want because they're not gonna be little forever. Um, but yeah,
That's
so
true.
you guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
and amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you got to capture the moment. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And yeah, I mean, it's nice that we've got a lot of social media available where
mm-hmm.
nowadays, I mean, you know, you don't want to like add just comments or just
Yeah.
verbiage. It's so
But
much more meaningful and attractive if you add
yeah.
photos to your
Yeah.
post.
Yep. And also, I want to add to that. I want to take it a step further and print them out. Print them out, create a scrapbook, like make it into a fun activity with your kids, or just put them on the wall. Don't just keep them on your phone. Print them and create a fun scrapbook with your family.
Oh, okay. Well,
Something
Janet,
personal.
thank you so much for being here. Yeah, it's great to see you and learn about your business.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been great.
Yeah, my pleasure.